Well, hello there, Space Monkeys. Welcome to Political Fight Club. I'm Robert Durden, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of news. Joe Biden's numbers, or NBC did a poll where the numbers that came out for this poll in terms of Joe Biden's performance so far are hilarious. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to make fun of him. I wanted to get this episode out ASAP as well because apparently Kyle Kalinske is doing a premiere on his channel, and it says, "For the squad, it's now or never," in quotes. So I assume he's going to do exactly what Robert Durden's been telling him to do, warning him to do, which is say that you're enabling the squad, say we're no longer donating to them, and apologize and say the squad sucks. If you don't do it in that way, it's not a real apology. So I want to go catch that. Let's get this episode out of the way so I can go watch Kyle apologize on his show. He's not going to do that. But I have to go watch him not apologize so I can keep making fun of him. Anyway, let's talk about Joe Biden and make fun of him for a little bit. NBC came out with these numbers, and it's their own poll, which is really hilarious, and Chuck Todd was reading these numbers off on their show, which, God bless him. You'd think MSNBC would want to hide numbers like this, but, you know, Chuck, he can tell what is going on right here. He sees the numbers, he's like, oh, God, this sucks. So it's so sad, so funny to watch. Breaking Points is where I saw it. So the numbers as far as Biden's approval rating are where they were before, 42%. I've said that numerous times on this show. He hovers right around 41, 42, usually. All right, but here, when you break down in terms of people that strongly approve of his job so far and the people who strongly disapprove, it's 18% strongly approve, less than 1 out of 5. But 46% strongly disapprove. 1 out of 2. Good job, Joe. Vote blue no matter who. Remember, he's the most electable. He doesn't have Parkinson's. He's the most electable. All right, when asked about whether or not we're on the right or the wrong track in this country, 71% said we're on the wrong track, including a vast majority of Democrats. Which that's really mostly who they poll, I would imagine. An MSNBC poll, they're not going to be completely legit. They're obviously going to take a sample out of their mostly neoliberal base, but that makes this even worse if that's the case. So let's talk about his competency and his ability to handle crisis. Both of those are 37% think he can handle a crisis and that he's competent. But remember, the neoliberals told you that Trump was an idiot. Trump couldn't get a sentence out of his mouth. Robert Reich yesterday, former Secretary of the Treasury under Clinton, I think that was what he did, he said it was nice to see a president who can get a sentence out of his mouth. He tweeted that yesterday. I did not know which president he was talking about. Is he talking about Trump or is he talking about Biden? Because both are wrong. Yeah, Trump's an idiot, but Biden's obviously senile. Like, what are you talking about, Robert? So when they come out with numbers like this that say that 37% say he's competent, I think that's a high estimate. I think, honestly, that's a high estimate. It's still embarrassing, though, because it's, for them, it looks really, really bad. Like MSNBC, who's been propping him up this entire time, and they expect him to be near 50. Because they've been making fun of Trump for being, sub 50 for the last 4 years. So everybody knows that those are the numbers you got to get to. Biden's not even hitting the same numbers that Trump did in a lot of ways. But remember, vote blue no matter who. He's the guy who can get things done. And that's what brings me to my last part here. Republicans have massive leads in numerous areas like crime, border security, stuff like that. But the interesting ones that I wanted to read to you guys is that they have an 18-point lead when it comes to the economy and a 13-point lead when it comes to ability to get things done. But remember, Joe said multiple times on the campaign trail, he's the guy who can get things done. Bullshit, Joe, and nobody believes it. Less than 1 out of 5 strongly agree that you're doing anything. So, you guys can kiss my ass. And I want you guys to remember who all of those vote blue no matter who people were. And I want you to remember who all of the people that have been boosting the squad and Joe Biden for the last year are. Put their names in a list in your head. They are not to be trusted ever again. They're not serious people. They are running interference for the Democratic Party. They are not to be listened to. They are fraudsters. They're charlatans. They're putting on an act for you and they're trying to steal your money. So fuck TYT, David Dole, Kyle Kalinske, everybody that's running interference for the squad, fuck them. They're not to be listened to anymore unless they apologize and say they were wrong, which they're not going to do. And remember, guys, anybody who told you to vote blue no matter who, these numbers don't lie. And this is MSNBC giving you the numbers. So you can almost assume they're much worse than they're actually telling you. Thank a Bidenite today, because this was their game plan. Keep fighting the good fight out there. Oh, wait, no, there's one other thing. I wanted to point out there was one place where Joe Biden did actually poll pretty well. He had a plus 24 in climate change in this same poll. And that's not a joke. That's true. That was the only place he had a big lead. Nothing else, just climate change. But he's at the World Climate Conference right now, and a video just surfaced yesterday, I believe, or early this morning. He fell asleep while at the World Climate Conference while listening to a speech on climate change. I told you he's like Grandpa Simpson. Yeah, man, and the thing is, I'm not making an old guy joke, even though that is kind of what happened. But the other thing is listen, he's not engaged. He doesn't care to hear what these people have to say about climate change. It's not something he cares about. So, the people in this poll who are giving him credit on climate change, they don't know that he doesn't give a shit about climate change. And the bill that he's putting out, it had all the climate provisions stripped out, which he allowed via Kyrsten Sinema and Joe Manchin, convenient fall people, fall boys. He doesn't give a shit. So, Joe Biden could not be doing a worse job. I fail to see how he could be doing a worse job than he is right now. But that makes you realize now that all the people that have been defending him and that insisted that this is the way to go, that they're idiots. So that you don't listen to those people anymore. They can apologize and you can listen to them afterwards if you want to. But right now, those people are morons. You can't be wrong this often. Even weathermen aren't wrong this often. So it's ridiculous. They need to apologize, and if they don't, I don't see any reason why we should ever take any of these people seriously again. We can all see with our own eyes how bad this presidency is. Keep fighting the good fight out there, guys. I'll talk to you later.